Hi everyone, it's Kiri here, and welcome to the Hit Kit Club Scrapfest for the International Scrapbooking Weekend 2024. This is mini class number 7, and I'm using a mood board. And I give you all the information or tips on how to use a mood board, and it's available over in the Hit Kit Club Facebook group in the relevant album. Okay, I'm working with the April 2024 kits. I've got the main kit, the embellishment kit, and the cardstock kit. This is the pattern paper, and it's called Daily Routine. And here I'm just cutting up strips of the squares from the pattern paper, and then I'm going to use those squares to create strips across my background. And the background is Oyster Bay, and it's the Essentials solid cardstock from the cardstock kit. So yeah, I'm just working through trimming these, and then I will distress all of the edges. Now I have instructions for this class, and they will be available in the Facebook group over at the Hip Kit Club Facebook group, I should say, in the album for this class. So you've got all the information there. So the video is a great visual guide, but you have got the written instructions as well that you can use alongside the video. Now, I would say it's obviously International Scrapbooking Weekend, and you couldn't have a weekend without prizes. So, for everyone who creates a layout, based on my mini class using a mood board, and you pop it into the relevant album in the Hit Kit Club Facebook group. You'll need to do that by Sunday, the 12th of May, 2024, and that is by midnight Pacific Standard Time. You'll go into a draw for a $15 gift certificate. So, and now there are 16 mini classes over the course of the weekend for Hit Kit Club. So, if you get all 16 layouts done by Sunday, the 12th of May, you have 16 chances to win a $15 gift certificate. So, that's pretty cool. So, anyway. So where are we? So I'm still going, still distressing the edges. Now, as I say in my instructions, I give you how many strips you need and how long they need to be in regards to squares, etc. So I'm just layering them up here and working out what I have. I think I've got 8 there at the moment, but I do actually add another strip once I start working with it, and I work with 9. And I pulled in the fabric borders. These are lovely. And then I'll just cut these apart because it'll make them easier to work with. So they're still stuck to the acetate back, but then I can cut them up depending on the lengths that I need. And I'm going to add a strip of each fabric border to the bottom edge of each of the square strips there. And then I do actually machine stitch them. That is absolutely optional. You could hand stitch them if you love hand stitching, but you absolutely don't need to. You could just stick them down onto the bottom edge of each of the pattern paper strips. And then once I'm happy with that, now you'll see here at the moment, I've got them all on the bottom edge. I do flip these all around and they end up on the top edge, mainly because I decided I wanted to be able to tuck elements in behind each of my rows. So here you go, as if by magic, it's all been done. There's my stitching. And now I can get them stuck down. But first, I'm just going to add some splatters using some acrylic white paint to my background. And this is the Oyster Bay Essentials solid cardstock background from the cardstock kit. So I'll get that down and then that can dry. Now, another thing to note, over the course of this weekend, and obviously it's only over the course of the International Scrapbooking Weekend for Hit Kit Club, there is a fabulous mega sale. It begins at Saturday, the 4th of May, 2024 at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and ends on Sunday, the 5th of May, 2024 at midnight Pacific Standard Time. And there are discounts of up to 70% on selected kits. And there are grab bags available for only $19.95, and that's dollars. The contents of those grab bags are worth around $45. So a really fabulous sale. So do pop on over if, of course, you're watching this during the course of the 2024 International Scrapbooking Weekend. Okay, so I'm letting the paint splatters dry. I'm going to mount my photo, and I'm using a 5" by 3.5" landscape photo or a 13 cm by 9 cm photo. So, of course, you could use a square photo, you could use a portrait photo. It really would work on this layout. You might need to, if it's a portrait photo, sit it into a row lower, just so that that works okay. But certainly you could play with a different size photo. Okay, I'm getting the strips stuck down, and I'm just applying my tape on the bottom edges only. So I'm leaving a little bit at the top so I can still tuck things in behind. Okay, so thinking about my mood board, what have I used so far? So the square paper on the mood board, there is a piece of gingham, and it's obviously in squares. So I've got the squares from that. What else? Oh, my photo. I'm at Disney 100 exhibition in London with my a group of scrapbooking friends. So one of the photos in the one of the images on the mood board has a Disney castle. It has a picture of a group of friends together. So that sort of gave me the inspiration for picking my photo. Okay, getting those last ones on. I don't think there's anything else from the mood board yet that I've used. I'll point them out as we go. Okay, trusty T-square, making sure everything's nice and straight. Okay, I've got the chipboard frames, and I'm just popping two of those in behind my photo just to create some extra layers. I do like, that's all part of adding dimension to a layer, and I love dimension. So, the more layers, the better, to be honest. So just pop the chipboard frames in. They come in the chipboard die cut set from the April 24 main kit. And then I'll just stick that flat at the bottom. I've already got a bit of lift at the top anyway from the frames. I'd normally add foam pads, but I don't really need to do that, though I think I tuck a little bit under the right edge so it wasn't sticking too flat there. There we go. Okay, what's next? The fun part, the embellishing. Okay, I've got the notebook journaling card there, and on the mood board there is a cup of coffee and a notebook and a pen. So there's the inspiration there. I've got lots of flowers there from the floral ephemera pack, and of course on the mood board there are a number of flowers featured. So definitely bringing those in. You can see I've got some butterflies, and there is also a butterfly on the mood board. At the bottom, I've got the wood grain, the wood veneer, I should say. It says fun was had by all, and it certainly was. There was also some wood grain on the mood board. And often what I do once I've picked out a particular collection, and that might be inspired by the colours, and there are certainly, there's some colours provided on the mood board. Pick the collection, then I've picked a photo. So again, that might be inspired by the mood board, and it is. Obviously, I've already mentioned that in regards to Disney. Then I'll look at the ephemera and I'll pull out elements again inspired by the mood board. So that might be the flowers, there's hearts on there. I think I've got the butterflies as well. So I've sort of pulled out those types of elements, and sort of, rather than having lots and lots of ephemera and thinking, what am I going to use? I almost do a bit of that in advance. So, which is what I've got there in my little tray. Pulled out flowers and then some wood grain elements, and just things that I thought would work. That also, of course, tied to the mood board. So that just helped me sort of select them, because you get so much ephemera, and all other bits, embellishments and things like that. It can be a bit daunting sometimes. Okay, so I'm just getting everything stuck down. And again, because nothing gets stuck down totally flat, it's always got some dimension to it. So I'm just sticking either foam pads or glue in the set, or I only add glue to the center of the elements, or like the body of the butterfly, so I get the wings coming up. So again, that just gives me that nice sort of layers as I'm creating the layout. Okay, bring in some little leaves there that I can tuck in. Is there anything else from the mood board that I've pulled out? I think I've used, oh, actually, the quote was friendship makes life more beautiful. So that also helped me in regards to picking a photo because it immediately made me think of obviously my friends. And so, yeah, that can also help. And of course, you could use a quote like that as your title. So you could use it in a multiple, in a number of different ways. Okay. So still playing around. I've got a few. There's obviously more embellishments there than I really end up using. So I'm just playing around with what I'm going to put where. Some of the elements I've got on the layout won't make the cut at the end. But that's okay. Placing them on it, and sometimes I just leave them there, and then as I'm building it up, some things just get moved away because they don't look like they don't sit right. They don't look quite right. So, well, I hope you enjoy using a mood board. If you've never used one before, hopefully my tips and instructions will really help you use a mood board going forward. And I'll look forward to seeing all your layouts in the album in the Facebook group, because obviously, who doesn't want to go in for winning a prize? That's always fun. And, there is lots of inspiration this weekend from Hit Kit Club. There are 16 mini classes in total, and they'll all be available on the Hit Kit Club YouTube channel. So do make sure you pop by and watch those. Okay, nearly getting there. And then what I'm left to do is I just add a title. I use the Disney photo shoot, and the Disney is using the alphas from the main kit. And then photo shoot, I use some of the mini puffy alphas that came out in the January kit. And then I think we're almost done, and we'll be going to close-ups. There we go. Okay, so the final layer, as I said, all the information, instructions, and information on how to use the mood board are available on the Hit Kit Club Facebook group in the album. Hopefully you'll play along, and I look forward to seeing your finished layouts. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.